Okay, so everyone, my name is Baoming Yu. I'm from Tencent Big Data Group. I'm now focusing on the development and the promotion of Pulsar within Tencent. Today, I'm sharing the content of Pulsar in Tencent internal environment and big data advertising application. So this picture shows the Tencent Midas, and Tencent Midas is an internet billing platform. It carries 100 million level revenue of Tencent internal business. It integrates domestic and international payments and channels, and it provides various services such as account management for risk control, auditing, accounting, reading analysis, and so on. The platform provides services for more than 180 countries and more than 1 million settlers. The total number of accounts is over 30 million. So this picture shows the whole architecture of Tencent Midas, and we have on the top is our business interface layer and then our billing service layer. So business system layer, here TDXA and TDMQ plays an important role in our system. We will talk about them later. In such huge amount of data scenario, we have several pain points. The most important point is to ensure the consistency of payments and delivery. Usually, we may face failures and times when involving many internal and external systems. The calling chain can be pretty long and make more exceptions. It also requires high data reliability across regions when database deployed at different regions. So we may also face the problem of subscription and recurring payments. We also need to solve the in-time recognition, and it also requires our system to be automatically scaled elastically according to the business scope. So in order to cope with the high reliability and high availability system requirements of the business scenario, we have dealt with them separately at the deployment, kernel, and operation and maintenance levels. Using the proxy, even if the internal system is connected, it is convenient to automatically cut off the traffic when a single Pulsar cluster becomes unavailable. At the same time, there are multiple clusters to share the traffic, which further improves the overall availability of the system. At the same time, on the basis of the Pulsar flow control strategy, the flow measures are further enriched, and a variety of operation and mechanism tools are provided to facilitate data recovery in the event of a failure. So the TDXA here, the picture shows the architecture of TDXA. It is described as follows. In the middle, it is the TM module, which is a distributed transaction manager and the control center of TDXA. It adopts the decentralized model to provide services of high availability. So TM supports both RESTful APIs and RPC calls. The left CM, which is the configuration center of TDXA, CM introduce flexible registration mechanism with strong control interfaces and designs the transaction flow in real time. So now this picture shows the deployment of Tencent Global Billing System. It is deployed in Shenzhen and Shanghai of China and in Singapore offices. There are three main achievements of messaging queue. First is the asynchronous data transmission. Second is the system exception handling. When error occurs, the message queue will make the transaction replay automatically because we have database from different regions. Pulsar is a relatively reliable messaging middleware system. So in Tencent internal big data system, it is used as infrastructure and deployed separately to provide services for the business. It is also used as a part of big data access suite InLong. So InLong is another Apache open source project. If there are any other interested students, we can learn about it separately. So the data access of big data is generally divided into four parts, namely collection, aggregation, caching, and processing consumption. Pulsar is applied in the caching layer, provide reliable data access capability. Now let me introduce the application of Pulsar as an infrastructure in Tencent Advertising business. So in the application scenario of the advertising business, Pulsar as the part of InLong Big Data Access acts as a caching layer, accepts DB data synchronized from the advertising port, and provides data for subsequent real-time and offline analysis in the advertising business. This involves scenarios where real-time offline data analysis coexists. Delete messages scenario with large-scale irregular delay times and low latency multi-topic scenario. The use of Pulsar system provides relatively high requirements. In the process of operation, we found that if there are large number of subscriptions to consume historical messages, it will have a great impact on the time consumption of producing messages. The performance of system will obviously jitter during the time period when the offline data analysis process is running. This is not acceptable to the business side during the operation of system. In order to cope with the coexistence of real-time and offline data processing in the advertising business, to avoid offline processing, the process of consuming historical messages affects the real-time, the time-consuming production of the entire cluster. So to solve this problem, we apply the GEO feature of Pulsar. The main cluster accepts the real-time data and provides data for the real-time consumption, subscription consumption process. At the same time, it uses the GEO capability to synchronize the data to the secondary cluster. And the offline analysis process obtains the analysis data in the secondary cluster. In addition, some advertising business scenarios need to interface with the third-party systems. And third-party systems are developed within a certain period of time. So the internal system messages need to be delayed to a fixed point in time for execution. During the operation of the system, a large number of delayed messages with cross delay back and forth will be generated for the same topic. Under the current message acknowledgement mechanism of the Pulsar system, there will be a large number of acknowledgement holes in the message acknowledge information in the system that need to be saved. At the same time, not only will the traffic flow broker and the bookie increase sharply, but also the broker will be caused by the memory overflow. So the broker will be frequently restarts. Broker auto postscripts is added internally in order to provide a system that meets the needs of business scenario. On the other hand, we recommend internal users to temporarily classify detailed delayed messages and send messages from different delayed markets to different topics to avoid the processing drawbacks of the current Pulsar system. So on the other hand, we developed a large-scale delayed messages feature in cooperation with the community. Large-scale delayed message feature. After the client sends the message, it will be distinguished in the additional processing plugin on the broker side. And the delayed message will be converted to the date label, and the named delayed message will be saved, and the message ID will be used to generate the date label message index through the rotation mechanism. So the index information is circulated in the index topic of days, hours, and minutes. When the index information flow goes to the minute level index, the in-memory practice round restarts to process. And the delayed message that is about to expire is stored from the converted date label delayed topic to the original topic. The current implementation of the large-scale delayed messages not only meets the requirement of massive messages, but also handles the same across delay time messages in the original topic, avoiding a large number of acknowledge faults. The large-scale delayed messaging program has already begun to be used internally by Tencent, and we will gradually contribute it to the community in the future. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. So in addition to the application of Pulsar in TDMQ on Tencent Cloud, Pulsar has deployed more than 17 clusters within Tencent to provide message services for multiple internal core systems. There are already more than 100 billion messages every day generated. Of course, this is currently the data and is not very big. Our internal messaging team will continue to work hard to promote the application of Pulsar within Tencent. At the same time, we will further strengthen cooperation with the Pulsar community and contribute internally developed features to the community for Pulsar. The development of Tencent provides the power of Tencent. In addition, partners who are interested in Pulsar and Tencent will are very welcomed to join us. Thank you.